Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna, we're reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, chapter 12, Birth of Emperor Parikshit. Text number 1. Shaunaka uvacha Ashvatam no pasrishtena Brahma shirshnoru tejasa Uttaraya hato garbha Ishana jivita punaha. Shaunaka uvacha Ashvatam no pasrishtena Brahma shirshnoru tejasa Uttaraya hato garbha Ishana jivita punaha. Shaunaka uvacha Atmos pasishtena Shushno shurekyasa Uttaraya gato garbha Jiravata punaha. Shaunaka uvacha Ashvatam nos prasishtena Noru tejasa Uttaraya garbha Ishita vivita punaha. Okay, Mataji. Shaunaka uvacha Yatam no vashishtena Brahma shishta no sejasa Yahator bhaja Ishena jivita panaha. Shaunaka uvacha. The sage Shaunaka said, Ashvatamna of Ashvatama, the son of Drona, Upasrishtena, by release of Brahma Shirshna, the invincible weapon, Brahmastra, Uru Tejasa, by high temperature, Uttarayaha, of Uttara, mother of Parikshit, Hata, being spoiled, Garbha, womb, Ishana, by the Supreme Lord, Ajivitaha, brought to life, Punaha, again. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki. The sage Shaunaka said, the womb of Uttara, mother of Maharaj Parikshit, was spoiled by the dreadful and invincible Brahmastra weapon released by Ashvatama. But Maharaj Parikshit was saved by the Supreme Lord. Purport. The sages assembled in the forest of Naimisharanya inquired from Sutta Goswami about the birth of Maharaj Parikshit. But in the course of the narration, other topics like the release of the Brahmastra by the son of Drona, his punishment by Arjuna, Queen Kunti Devi's prayers, the Pandavas' visit to the place where Bhishma Deva was lying, his prayers, and thereafter the Lord's departure for Dvaraka were discussed. His arrival at Dvaraka and residing with the 16,000 queens, etc., were narrated. The sages were absorbed in hearing such descriptions, but now they wanted to turn to the original topic, and thus the inquiry was made by Shaunaka Rishi. So the subject of the release of the Brahmastra weapon by Ashvatthama is renewed. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Shimate Pralatananda Swamiti Namine. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Shimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamiti Namine. Namaste Sarasvate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nivishesha Shunyavadi Pashtya Deshatarine. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. For me it was funny because the previous chapter is about Lord Krishna's coming to Dvaraka, simple living, high thinking, peaceful life, some sort of peaceful life. Of course, the queens didn't have so much. 16,000 of them were kidnapped before being rescued by Krishna. But we can say, yeah, generally peaceful life, just enjoying life with Krishna. And what's next? And the next topic, you have Maharaj Parikshit. He's a pure devotee, and he comes, and they have a welcome committee, a welcome party. You know, when someone comes to the temple, exalted personality, you have to have kirtan, you give him some garlands, and so on. So you have Ashvatthama, who is organizing the welcome party for Maharaj Parikshit. Not the best person to organize a welcome party. So what does he do? He sends a Brahmastra to him. Here's your garland. Enjoy. Have fun. Not a very good start. And that's how our life in Krishna consciousness is. We go on the streets and we, like Vaisheshika Prabhu is saying, these books on yoga and meditation teach you how to get free from stress. So this is our idea of Krishna consciousness. Peaceful life. No stress, Prabhu. Just peacefully chant Hare Krishna, take some prasadam, and enjoy life, Prabhu. All good. A life without stress. And then we find out some other things. I was reading through Bhagavad Gita. I'm reading it again. It's a good book, this Bhagavad Gita. And Srila Prabhupada says about a devotee, he says, he's never pained because he is free from all designations. He knows that his body is a designation, so if there are some bodily pains, he's free. So he's very detached. The pure devotee does not endeavor for anything. That's where we stop, you know, with our understanding of Krishna consciousness. The pure devotee doesn't endeavor for anything. But it continues. It says, it doesn't endeavor for anything which is against the principles of devotional service. For example, constructing a big building requires great energy, and the devotee does not take to such business. So the devotee is not interested. Okay, I need this facility, that facility, I need a big house, I need a color TV, I need whatever. He's not interesting. But and the devotee does not take to such business if it doesn't benefit him by advancing his devotional service. He may construct a temple for the Lord, and for that he may take all kinds of anxiety. but he does not construct a big house for his personal relations. So what it actually means when we say that we have a life without stress, this means we are very detached, yes? Usually we are not very detached about what is for prasadam. We are not very detached how warm it is. We are not very detached about where we sleep and so on. But we are a bit detached from the service to Krishna, because the results are up to Krishna. It's all Krishna service. So it should be the other way around. We should be very detached for the service, for the what we take, what we have for prasadam. We should be very detached about where we sleep, what facilities we have. We should be very attached to Krishna service. Wow. Sometimes you talk about devotees, when they talk about detachment, they quote this verse from Bhagavad Gita, famous, Mai sarvani karmani sanyasya dasma chetasa nirasya nirmamo buddva yudhyasya vigata jvara. And this verse says, therefore, O Arjuna, surrender all your works unto me, with full knowledge of me, without desires for profit, with no claims to proprietorship, and free from lethargy, fight. So yeah, this verse does say that we have to be detached for ourselves. Spiritual life is the other way around. It means that we are detached from the results for myself. But for Krishna, no, we're not detached. So for example, what would you say if the cook today doesn't put salt in the food, or he burns the food? What would you say? He's detached. No, you would say maybe he's detached, maybe he's careless. Maybe he doesn't care about his service. He doesn't. There's this incident. I didn't have time to research it. At some point, Srila Prabhupada was in some temple, and they had Charanamrita at the end of the program. And they gave Charanamrita to Prabhupada, and he took Charanamrita, and he tasted it, and he was like, what's this? And someone put salt instead of sugar in the Charanamrita. And how did Srila Prabhupada react? He was like, yeah, I mean, anyway, we're detached. No, Srila Prabhupada was very angry. That who did this? You know, the devotees like, who did this nonsense? Like, okay, bring him. And everyone was like, why? Because for Krishna we want the best. So Srila Prabhupada, if you have love for Krishna, then you want to give him the best. So we are detached from results for ourselves. But for Krishna, whatever it takes. That's what actual love means. Yeah, okay, we love Krishna, supposedly. So love for Krishna means that we want to do the best for him. Whatever service we do, we have to do the best. And we are somehow attached to results. Yes. We do want, if we cook, to give him a good, some good food, of course. Doesn't prasadam after he eats. We do want, if you want, whatever service we have, we want to have the best. We want to do the best in that service for Krishna. I remember I read this book from His Holiness Shivara Maharaj. I don't know in which book it was, but he compares Mother Yashoda with a transcendental temple commander. So when Krishna comes from playing with the cowboys, Mother Yashoda is there, and she's organizing everyone. and like you do this, you do this, you do this, you have to do this, you do, and it's very organized. It's really organized, like everyone has to be like bam, 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 paka, doing his duty for Krishna. Why? Because she wants everything perfect for Krishna. I can imagine if we would be there and we'd be like, yeah, I forgot. What do you think she would react? Like, yeah, I forgot, no problem. Today we don't give Krishna anything. That's who cares? Krishna will eat something else today. No, she would be mad. Should be like, what's with this careless? Why aren't you doing your duty? There's this story with in Srimad Bhagavatam Rita. Sarup finally gets back to the spiritual Gopakumara, whose spiritual identity is Sarup, and he goes finally back to the spiritual world. And there's this they're taking prasadam, and there's Krishna, and they're giving some sweets to Krishna, which are prepared by Srimati Radharani, and Krishna takes these sweets. And they're like, he makes this face like, yuck. And Mother Yashoda is looking at Srimati Radharani and is like, hey, what's this? What are you doing? What's wrong with you? Why aren't you cooking properly? And of course, we know that after he gives this sweets to Sarup. It is disgusting, and it's somehow from your family, so you have to take them. He tastes them, and they are just nectar, But of course they are nectar, because Srimati Radharani is always nectar. But it's just Mother Yashoda is very attached to the pleasure of Krishna. Like he's chastising Srimati Radharani, hey, why don't you cook properly? Of course she does, but and there's just a lila, and there's just Krishna's way to enhance some loving activities, But she's very attached, Hey, what's wrong with you? Why aren't you cooking properly? So if we want to if we love Krishna, we want to develop this love for Krishna, we want to offer him the best. So why do we want to do so many books? Because we want to please him. So Srila Prabhupada, if he would be here, she will be like, look at their targets. Why 1,200? Why not 2,000 at least? Gitas. Why so little? I think, why so much? Anyway, of course, we are not the doer. Of course, we understand that we are not the doer. But we also have to understand that Krishna responds to our desire. Actually, the only thing we can do is we desire. We cannot even move this hand. We just desire to move this hand, and the material nature will move the hand. So all we can do is desire. We can only pray. And the good thing is that we are on the same side. Krishna wants these books to be distributed. But he also wants to see that, what do we want? Okay, I can distribute 2,000 Gitas, no problem. But what do you want? So he wants to see that desire. And he will respond to that. He knows exactly what you want, what your desire. And then he will respond. You want to go out? Okay. We'll make all facilities that you go out. You want to skip a few days? Yeah, we'll give you some excuses. Nice excuses. No. Today you're sick, Prabhu. You coughed one time. Wow. Okay. You can't go out. How can you go out like this? It's impossible. So you want to have a tough time? You go there and you're like, okay, today is going to be a tough day. There's this story about this Sankirtan, this devotee. They were pressuring him to go on Sankirtan for years. And or I don't know if for years, but for a long time. And I don't remember all the details. And he was always meditating how tough it will be on Sankirtan. and how bad people will be. Yeah. And eventually they got him out, and he got a book, and then first person he goes to, he says hi, and the person responds, he takes his fist and he punches him in the nose. So the point is, he was meditating on this, like it's gonna be a tough time in a Sankirtan. So Krishna said, what can I do? What can I do for you? Okay, I will respond to your meditation. You want to have a tough time? Here you go. I don't know if you ever went out for Sankirtan again. And if you want to serve, you want to serve Krishna, then he will also help you serve, and he will send you some people, and he will give you something, I was in a few places this week. One day I went to Murska Sobota. So Murska Sobota is, of course, is a regional center. It's a not very rich city, and it's full of, low-class people. Let's call it. Let's be politically correct. So it's full of low-class people. So you think like, and then when I got there, I finally got there, long drive, and I was thinking, okay, and there's fog. There's whole day was full of fog. It was just foggy. So I was thinking, okay, like I always think when who had this crazy idea, and then it's me. So anyway, I was like, anyway, we're here. What can we do? Let's try. Let's give our best. So I tried. I said, okay, let's try. Let's start this person. And then I saw that, actually met nice people. And books are like flowing, There was, And then at some point I was thinking, maybe I'm a bit too generous. And then I meet these drunkards. I was almost going back, And I meet these drunkards. One of them was barely moving. He was not very... And the other one was moving more swiftly. Not very swiftly, but still, some sort of a line. And I was thinking, okay, let's try these guys. I was thinking they are drunk, so if I manage to get a donation from them, they will give. So anyway, I give the a small book to the sober one, and the other one says, but don't give him anything, don't. And this guy said, no, I have to give something. So eventually he took a 20 euro bill and was like, okay, is that enough? Yeah, okay. Thank you. Then I was running to make sure they don't see me again. And then 10 meters after, then I meet, there was this bar and there was these guys on the table, and they were like, no, we don't want anything, maybe this. And then this one guy was from this group was like, do you have Bhagavad Gita? Like, yeah, sure. So he also gave a good donation. So the point is, if you try, if you have the desire to please Krishna and you go out and like, this was the best day of the marathon for until now. Murska Sobota. Jai. And then I went to Slovengrad the next day, like really nice people. You meet nice people and they usually, you're thinking, okay, now I have some Lakshmi to spend. And then you think, okay, this guy can take a Bhagavad Gita. And they always give you good donations, like, what? So the point is, it's a matter of what we want. If we want to serve Krishna, or do we want a peaceful living? Srimad Bhagavatam, there's a few cantos where it deals with how peaceful living actually is. It's talking about 7th canto, 8th canto, 9th canto. It's talking about heavenly planets where everyone enjoys forever. Life is good, so-called forever. And then Vritrasura comes. And then Bali Maharaj comes. And then there's no enjoyment actually. So if you want to enjoy life, to have a peaceful life, you'll not have a peaceful life anyway. And there's no use. There's no such things as no anxiety. There has to be anxiety. As Bhaktavatsalya Nitai Prabhu was saying at some point, he was looking at you, it's like, there has to be anxiety. And the most happy people are those people who take anxiety for Krishna. You have the Maharaj Parikshit, you have the Pandavas. So they have some anxiety, but it's for Krishna. So they're happy. This is happy anxiety, as Ananta Prabhu likes to call it, a burden of love. It's not really anxiety, because it's for Krishna. So we want the best, And this is Srila Prabhupada Marathon is it's the best time of the year. You can see it as a disturbance. Sometimes devotees see it as the disturbance. This is like they want me to go out now. And these nasty people, and stop them and give them a book. Oh, very much disturbing. Okay. And Arjuna also sees the battle of Kurukshetra as a disturbance. He says, this battle, so many problems. I have to kill Bhishma and Drona, and then I cannot, I will kill everyone, so there's no one to enjoy the kingdom with. It's disturbing. So better I go to the forest. I go to the forest, I meditate, no problem. Life is good, enjoy. And what does Krishna says? Yeah, sure, of course, go to the forest, no problem. Krishna says, O Partha, happy are the Kshatriyas to whom such fighting opportunities come unsought, opening for them the doors of the heavenly planets. He said, no, Arjuna, you should see this as a wonderful opportunity. It's an amazing opportunity. Fantastic. You have the opportunity to get in trouble for me. That's it. And everything is clear in Prabhupada Marathon. Nishta means that you go out every day for a certain amount of hours, and you put full on. And if you don't go out, that is called anartha. Of course, with some anarthas we can go out. It's like because actually nishta means that there's some anarthas are there. You maybe eat too much sometimes, but you still go out. But if these anarthas are blocking you from going out, then that's a problem. So, and this is a fast way through anartha nivriti. All the anarthas, all the desires that we have, I would like to do this, I would like to do this, you just put it aside. And you go out. And that's it. It's very simple. Of course, in January, the anarthas will come back. They say, hey, hi. Do you remember this? You left me aside in December, but now it's time. Let's enjoy a bit of swimming. Come on. It's time. So the point is that Krishna consciousness, we can take it easy for some time. Of course, when we come, when people come for first time, we say, yeah, just chant and be happy, Prabhu. Yeah, of course. Yeah, just you chanted 1 round today. Amazing, Prabhu. It's amazing, good. You're also reading 5 minutes of reading. Wow, amazing. That's amazing. But we are with time we are expecting to grow past this level, to grow up. And these are the models. The Pandavas are our models. Because the Pandavas, they take responsibilities for Krishna. They take anxiety for Krishna. Yes, I don't want for myself Shri Panchatattva ki jai, Shri Gaur Nitai ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. For myself, I don't want anything. But for Krishna, whatever anxiety is needed, no problem. So, this was... they had this Juhu temple. There's, the whole lila. And at some point they were living there on the land, and there were cockroaches and there was no proper water, and there was nothing, and there was even snakes sometimes. So there was like not the best conditions. And then they went to Srila Prabhupada and said, Prabhupada, we cannot live like this. This is not possible. And Srila Prabhupada, what did he say? He said, don't you want to be purified? And that was the end of the discussion. And that was the mantra for the devotees who lived there in Juhu. Now there's a wonderful temple there, and everyone wants to live in Juhu. But before it wasn't like that. So that's the mentality. We want to take, of course. I was talking with Trai Prabhu yesterday. He was telling me about how it was in the early days, where they had the Brahmacharya ashram somewhere in a basement, and without windows and everything. And there was one Mataji in the temple, and she was living in the truck. In winter also. They had a truck, and she was sleeping there. So anyway, it was still San Francisco, so apparently it doesn't get that cold in winter, but still, so the point is, we should, with time, we should grow up in Krishna consciousness, and we should take responsibilities for Krishna. We should take responsibilities for Krishna, and we should not run from anxiety. Oh. Ananta Prabhu is like, oh, again. Maybe we should not have too much anxiety. But some anxiety should be there. We should be always in an anxiety, how to spread Krishna consciousness movement, how to please Krishna better, because that's what we're doing, and that's what we will do in the spiritual world also. In the spiritual world, there's always anxiety. Will Krishna and Radharani be able to meet today? And everyone is in anxiety. Okay, let's arrange. How do we trick, how to get her out of the house? How do we arrange that Chandravali doesn't come between? So there's always anxiety, even in the spiritual world. How to please Krishna better? Srimati Radharani is thinking every day how to cook better for Krishna. So she's in anxiety. Oh, a bit. I'm not saying, but there's some anxiety. So that is the model that we learn from these devotees, how to take responsibilities for Krishna. Just one thing I remember. There was one devotee, they introduced him to Srila Prabhupada. And Srila Prabhupada asked something about him. So what did he ask? Anyone wants to guess? He said, is he responsible? It's like, is he gonna take this mission seriously? Can we give him some serious service? Wow. So that's the model. Queen Kunti is praying. She's our role model. She's saying that I wish that all these calamities would come again and again. Sometimes we want to, we can think of Srila Prabhupada Marathon as a calamity. so I'm looking at the devotees' faces and I'm thinking, what's happened with you? No, I have to go out today. So we can think of Srila Prabhupada Marathon as a calamity. But Queen Kunti says, I wish that these calamities will come again and again, so that we could see you again and again. For seeing you means that we will no longer see repeated birth and death. So if any problem, if any anxiety helps us think of Krishna, and if it's pleasing for Krishna, then a pure devotee will always accept it. Will say, yeah, okay, it's inconvenient, but Krishna wants it, so let's do it. No problem. Yeah, anyway, I'll stop here. If there's some questions, comments. So much anxiety, we don't find the mic. Where's the mic? Where's the mic? Mike, fast, fast, fast. Yes. Okay.
Krishna, thank you very much, Prabhu. I have one question. Can you tell me what is the difference between, is there a difference between, you was mentioning peaceful living and how actually devotees should not try to peacefully live? Can you say what is it, if there is any difference between peaceful living and trying to be conscious and peaceful while serving?
Well, the difference is serving. No, obviously. And if the peaceful living ends up with serving, that's all right. But this serving has to be done according to to the guidance of authorities. So yeah, it's very simple. If you peacefully live and you do whatever you need to prepare for your service, and then you go out full on and you distribute and you meet nice people and you're like full on in your service, and I mean full on, then that's all right. But if you're peacefully living and preparing for your service and the service never comes, then you know, it's called sense gratification. So, and this is called in our philosophy, it's called Taranga Rangini. Enjoying the small waves in the ocean of devotional service. It's last stage of bhajana kriya. After you figured out everything, you can chant 16 rounds. You can follow the regulative principles. You more or less follow the process, and then life is good. Prasadam is good. We enjoy with the devotees, but you don't take too much austerities. Like, yeah, Prabhu, life is good, but let's do some austerity for Krishna. No. So the difference is of course, we have to take care of our basic needs, but the difference is how much are you full on in doing your service. So if you do your service, yeah, whatever is needed, okay, you know, you have to eat, you have to sleep, but sometimes we do like so much things to prepare for the service, and then the service, oh, sorry, I don't have time for the service. Like, what? So the point is that the difference is that the service. If the service is there and it's done properly, then yeah, sure, whatever it takes. Okay, anything else? Okay, last one.
Can you tell us, while doing Sankirtan, what would be the difference in doing Sankirtan in Karma Yoga style and in Bhakti Yoga style?
I don't know. It's too complicated.
Maybe.
No.
Is there any difference?
Srila Prabhupada's strategy is he's always translating Karma Yoga to Bhakti Yoga. So we should always think what is Bhakti Yoga. So we don't have any desires. For me, nothing. But for Krishna, I want to please Krishna. I want to do this to please Krishna. And whatever it takes to please Krishna, I will do. So this is Bhakti Yoga. So this is Sankirtan. You don't do it. You don't do Sankirtan because maybe this Karma Yoga that you get some result. They will put you on the board and be like, yeah, Maharati won the marathon. Wow, Jai, wow, amazing. But you do it to please Krishna. We want to please Krishna. And if Krishna is pleased if we do a lot of books, why not? No. His whole mission is that he comes to this material world to reestablish Dharma. So how do you reestablish Dharma? You reestablish Dharma by distributing Srila Prabhupada's books. Because there's no Dharma actually. Everyone has some ideas of Dharma, but there's no real Dharma. So that's what we want to do. We want to please Krishna. That's the only purpose to go out. And if there's some other desires that are there, it doesn't matter so much, With time, if you do it sincerely, then you'll get purified. So just think. But the point is, when we want to get past this Karma Yoga, we are free, detached from results. Because there's no results for me. I don't want to be the Maharati. I don't want to be the first one. So it doesn't matter the results, but it does matter. It does matter because I want to give a proper cake for my guru's birthday. It does matter what cake I give. I want to give him the best cake. I want to give him the best Sankirtan results that I can get. So it does matter. I'm not detached. I'm not there to, I'm doing in Bhakti Yoga and I'm enjoying and I'm like, wow, it's so nice. I'm meeting nice people. No, I'm there to please Krishna. And I want to give him the best. If my capacity is that I can distribute 200 books a day, and I distribute 100, then I'm lazy. Then I'm gratifying my senses. So that's called bhakti. That's my understanding of how to do Sankirtan in bhakti. And if my capacity is to do 10 books and I do my best and I do 10 books, then perfect. That's perfect. No problem. Of course, maybe I can try, but that's perfect. But if my capacity is like, if I'm a Maharati, then I have to do like a Maharati. But, I cannot say, yeah, I did 2 hours and, Krishna gave something. No, I have to be full on, whatever that full on means.
I would just like to comment on one thing you mentioned, which I don't see how it's actually fully connected. That is between temple services versus preaching services. Because in a sense, as you said, it's fully correct, as you said, that Krishna wants us to distribute these books. He wants to see our desire, and the question is, why would he use us as the instrument to distribute? We have to really show the desire.
Yeah.
But
he will choose someone else.
But he will choose someone else. And we can be the one he can choose by showing the desire and going out and being trained. So Krishna can use us. I wouldn't kind of compare book distribution with something like temple services, which you do not, because preaching is like trying to cure a madman, and temple services is like, if you're not, you just have to be there and attentive, and you don't mix sugar with salt,
No.
But I wouldn't see preaching as on the same level as Pujari service. I mean, it's a much more different intensity. So just saying, like, in the sense of, why you're restless, you didn't put the salt as a cook to be on the same level as why you didn't. I don't know. I wouldn't compare this to like on the same level.
Yeah, I mean, if from some perspective, yeah, everyone Sankirtan is it's a difficult service. Every day I go out is an uphill battle. It's I always have to fight with my mind, and I always have to be like, hey, not fight, but hey, why am I here? Especially if I'm tired. And yeah, it takes some determination, and it takes some desire to do it. And yeah, I mean, it's more difficult, but the same mentality should be there in all services. We should have this preaching mentality everywhere we do. And yeah, why not? Of course, in temple services, the results are not so easily seen. But Krishna will see the result, Krishna knows how you did this arati. And Krishna knows how you cooked. Even if you put the right ingredients, he knows how you cooked, in which consciousness. He knows. So don't worry about it, So it's not, there's no difference. But yeah, of course, Sankirtan is a more difficult service. And then for that, that's why if you do it, then Krishna will give more mercy. Yeah, Srila Prabhupada does say that, But don't, and it's a bit more difficult, but it's a lot of mercy. And if you manage to do it, then, it's like so amazing, It's like I'm coming to, I was traveling, and I come to the temple, I see devotees, they have these faces, Sankirtan. And I'm like, what's wrong with you? Because there's so much ecstasy, it's so much fun. But it's fun in the mode of goodness, it's fun in pure goodness. So every day you go out, you have to be prepared that for 1 hour, the mind will be like, and then for this 1 hour you have to tolerate, and you'll be like, yeah, but anyway, let's ask this person also. Yeah, but let's ask this person also, and that's it, And why not? And that's the point. That's exactly why I'm comparing this with the Pandavas. Because the Pandavas say, Queen Kunti is saying, again a problem. Oh, nice. It's for Krishna. Nice. Perfect. So we should change the mindset. Wow, I have the opportunity to do some difficult service. Perfect. I have the opportunity to be around my spiritual master who will always chastise me. Perfect. Jai. Good. I will get so much mercy. I will clean all my anarthas very fast. Yeah, but don't run from it. We shouldn't run from this, Anyway, Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.